This is the 15th episode of The Art of Tapping, a combination of EFT tapping, expressive art therapy, and NLP. As Easter is just around the corner, we are going to talk about forgiveness as an act so powerful that we can call it a resurrection of the inner self.
Hi, it's Monika, your intuitive trauma transformation coach, who helps you face and successfully navigate through the storms of life, guiding you through a most powerful self-healing process and teaching you all the mindfulness tools you need to embark on your journey to your core self and create the life you've always envisioned.
The mystical truth is that forgiveness has nothing whatsoever to do with the person you are forgiving. It is a self-initiated act of transformation in which you release yourself from a level of consciousness that binds you to the illusion that the hurtful acts of others prevented you from living a happy life, and that it's your right to be safe and protected in a world of chaos and unpredictability. The fairness of the divine is in the equality of chaos and in our capacity to hurt each other, as well as in our capacity to love each other. Simply said, it's the yin and yang of life. Forgiveness is an act so powerful that a resurrection of the inner self does indeed occur, because we are retrieving our spirit from the dead realm of past traumas and unfinished business and rebirthing a new core essence of our divine being that is our soul. We always start with self-forgiveness and lovingly, empathetically and compassionately acknowledge that every single experience in life contains information to help us learn and grow towards a better self all the time. Let's tap. Even though I have done things in my past that make me feel angry, sad, fearful, guilty, ashamed and embarrassed, I deeply and completely love, accept and forgive myself. Even though I have done things in my past that make me feel guilty, ashamed and embarrassed, I deeply and completely love, accept and forgive myself. Even though I was forced by people into doing things that still make me feel overwhelmed and traumatized at times, I acknowledge and accept that I wasn't able to defend myself at that time, but I survived, and for that I deeply and unconditionally love myself. Third eye and belly button. That was who I was, not who I am. And we switch. And not who I will be. I am changing. Heart center and gumboot point. I forgive myself deeply and completely. Side of the hand. I ask for forgiveness to myself for whatever harmful things I have done to myself. Inside eye, the mistakes. Outside, the failures. Under, the wrongdoings. Nose and chin, all that I have done intentionally, switch, or unintentionally. Head and heart, mentally, emotionally, switch, physically and verbally. Kidney points, out of my own pain. Liver points, out of my anger. Underarms, out of my hurt. Thumb, out of my fear. Out of my not knowing, forefinger. Middle finger. But that was who I was then, little finger, not who I am now. Gumboot point and eye movement, and not who I will be in the future. Side of the hand. I am ready for and committed to full and heartfelt forgiveness towards myself now. Inside eye. I forgive myself for not understanding. Outside. I forgive myself for the mistakes of the past. Under eye. I forgive myself for the thoughts, words, and acts of pain that I have inflicted on myself. Nose and chin. I forgive myself for the harm that I have caused myself, knowingly or unknowingly. Switch. I forgive myself for the sorrow that I have caused myself. Prayer position. I wholeheartedly forgive myself. I forgive myself now. Now I move on from myself to others. Inside eye. I forgive myself if I have harmed anyone in any way, either knowingly or unknowingly, through my own confusions, and I ask their forgiveness. Outside. If anyone has harmed me in any way, either knowingly or unknowingly, through their own confusions, I forgive them. Under eye. And if there is a situation I am not yet ready to forgive, I forgive myself for that. Nose and chin. For all the ways that I harm myself, negate, doubt, and belittle myself. Judge or be unkind to myself through my own confusions, I forgive myself. Head and heart. And I remember just how far it is that I have come. Switch. I might not be where I want to be. Heart center and gumboot. But neither am I where I used to be. Prayer position. I know it takes less energy to love and forgive than it does to stay angry and hold a grudge. True forgiveness brings peace to my life. A wise man once said, "Forgiveness is giving up on all hope for a better past." Peace begins with me. Namaste, namaste.